they doing here?
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this special Around the Ropes podcast episode right here on the new ATR Network. As always, we are live from the Max and Rex Express Studios. As always, you know my tag team partner, Ryan.
Faster, because something huge is fucking happening right now.
But yes, we are currently watching Survivor Series right now. So, Ryan, how you doing? Take it away.
Doing good. Let's cut the chit chat right now, because right now we see fucking JD McDonough in the corner with Seth Rollins and oh god, holy shit! What? A super RKO to JD McDonough. What the fuck? Holy shit! And leading right into the crossroads on Damian Priest, and that does it. That's why I was saying faster, because JD McDonough was in the corner, and then Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins follow him up there. They pretty much throw him into Orton as Orton was getting ready to do the RKO. Bing, bang, boom. RKO, done.
But yeah, guys, we are going to be here giving you guys our take on what just happened, because at first, I'll be honest, I wasn't really impressed tonight. At first, I was not impressed at all.
The women's War Games match was pretty solid.
Well, I think this match is what saved it.
Yes. Especially seeing fucking really jacked Randy Orton after 18 months.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
But I'm like watching right now to see what the hell is gonna happen.
That's why they always say it's interesting to see when you have Survivor Series, because you never know what's going to transpire right at the end.
That's what I'm waiting for right now.
And then, folks, then we'll dive more into
yes.
What happened tonight. But we are watching live with you the ending of the 2023 Survivor Series, as this will be the last premium live event of 2023. Our next show, the next pay-per-view will be the Royal Rumble, which I didn't realize, by the way, is 9 weeks away. That's scary to think.
Yes.
That is really freaking scary. But right now we're just getting the ending right now, as they're doing the replay of everything. But I don't want to start talking until we officially they officially signed off. So, folks, just bear with us 1 second. As soon as they sign off, then we will get going. But again, guys, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. It costs you nothing. It does wonders for us. Whoa. No. Hold on.
Wait. What? No fucking way. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Holy.
No fucking way. No fucking way. What the fuck? What? I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking popping right now. Holy shit! And on the same day that In Living Color released Cult of Personality Remastered, how fucking apropos. Wow.
I don't know what to say right now.
I'm fucking speechless right now.
Okay.
But wait, who's he eyeing down though?
I should have I was who?
Oh, well, first of all, he cut his hair.
Yeah, I did see that. But oh my fucking god.
Wow. They pulled the trigger. Big time.
I guess you could say now Vince ain't running the show anymore.
No, I don't. Wow.
Oh my fucking god.
Holy shit.
Oh, folks, if you don't know why we keep saying holy shit, there's a reason for it.
Yeah, apparently some punk returned.
Yeah.
Wow.
So let me ask you this now.
That right there just saved Survivor Series.
What are your thoughts right now?
Hold that thought. I'm rewinding and watching that fucking pop again.
But oh my god, again, guys, we keep saying oh my god because we were coming on here expecting to sit here and say, oh, this pay-per-view wasn't good. The ending just saved that entire pay-per-view, in my opinion. But holy shit. So, Ryan, good idea. We decided to do this recap video. But yeah, folks, if you'd like to leave your comments below, you definitely can. We'll be on with you guys for a while tonight, as CM Punk is back apparently. I think Riot is still trying to figure out his I guess Riot is still trying to, figure out his stuff right now. But
okay, I'm gonna say this. I think this reaction was a hell of a lot louder than when he debuted on AEW 2 years ago.
Oh yes.
Holy shit. So, John, let's talk about let's talk about the entire event first of all. First of all, we kicked off with the Women's War Games match,
which I'll tell you right now, I was about to say compared to what happened in the men's.
No. We're not jumping ahead. What were your thoughts about the women's match?
Honestly, I actually liked it. I thought it was good. They told the story, but they also had intertwining stories in there, if you notice.
Yes.
Where you had the whole thing with Charlotte and Becky. You had the whole thing with Bianca. So I was very impressed with how that all played out.
Absolutely. And also, I called it too that Bayley was going to get the pin. So now, what does this lead into now?
Oh, I think we're getting the end of Bayley and Damage Control.
I think so too.
I think there's only one way you can do it. Okay, I stand corrected because we are getting some comments in right now. So let me just go to the comments quickly. Nick chimes in and goes, really good card today. I thought she did the spot last year.
Oh, she did. I don't remember it, honestly.
But it was holy shit. But what about you? What do you think of the Women's War Games match?
Women's War Games match. I think this was actually better this year than last year.
Yeah, well, because I think what they also did was I liked also the part. You remember we were talking about it on the show on Tuesday, or we spoke about this offline, that I felt like Shotzi was kind of not fully there.
Yeah.
I her addition into this made perfect sense.
It did.
Because I just want to finish up with this one thing. What commentary did well in this match is they kept reminding everybody how each wrestler had their little issues with damage control.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I completely forgot that damage control was the reason why she cut her hair.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. I forgot about that until they mentioned it. But that's what made it so good though, is that they did tell the story. So they connected the dots. They crossed. I like that they did that. But like I said, overall, I like the match. Good flow, good pace, and it told the story. And what's funny is when Team Bianca won it, in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, Judgment Day's winning the main event, because you weren't gonna have two faces win in War Games.
Nope. Well, let's move on to the next match.
Hold on. Here's my last question. I'm just gonna bring up. Does this mean the end of Damage Control?
Yes.
Do you split them up and just end it either on SmackDown or on Raw?
Yeah, because honestly, they've been around for a while.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the reason why I say that. They've done nothing with them.
No. So honestly, I think it's also more the fact that they should turn Bayley back to a face, because it's been like 4 or 5 years since she's been a babyface.
Yeah, I think I remember correctly. I think I read something. She's been a babyface since
2019.
Yeah, since SmackDown started on Fox.
Yep. So let's move on to the next match, which was Gunther versus The Miz for the IC title.
Honestly, I'll say this right now. Let me get your take on it.
Honestly, I had a feeling Gunther was not going to lose the title.
I agree. The only thing I will say, though, it was his toughest opponent to date.
One of his toughest, because don't forget, he faced off fucking McIntyre and Sheamus back in Mania.
Yeah, but you know how? But the thing is with the Miz is very good at taking shortcuts.
Oh yeah, he tried taking a couple, but unfortunately, Gunther retained.
And the only other thing I'll say though with Gunther in this one is it shows you how versatile he is, how a freaking Boston crab whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Was his finisher.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that one. I was like, wow. I was like, that's
the thing. That's the thing with Gunther. You don't know what his finisher is.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing is. But I like the match. I think at this point, I think it's inevitable. He's holding that belt. Obviously, he's holding that belt till the Rumble, I think.
I think so. Unless, like I said, he loses it on like either the last SmackDown of 2023 or the first SmackDown of 2024.
Let me ask you this: does he walk into Philly as your IC champion?
No.
So you think he'll lose it before we get to Philly?
I think so.
Okay,
don't forget, also, he's on Raw.
Well, that was my next question. Obviously, now that The Miz is in it, of who they've booked on the roster, who would make the most sense at this point to have him drop the belt to?
Honestly, if they really want to pull the trigger, I'd rather be on Bronson Reed.
I would like that. You know who else I can see it being put on very easily?
Oh,
how about Ciampa?
That's another one, but you got to think of this also. They're going to Australia in February.
Yeah, I agree on that. But you're going to already have Rhea Ripley as your women's champion.
So?
I don't know if you're going to really want to have every, I just think Ciampa, but the argument could be made, though, you got DIY.
Yeah, have them go for the tag titles.
Yeah, that I could see. I could see Bronson. You know what else I could see? If you want to give him a belt just because of how impressive he's been?
Chad Gable.
How about Ivar?
Yeah.
He's been impressive.
Very impressive.
So I honestly, you don't have to give him a long run with that belt.
You know what is on Raw? There are better choices on Raw than SmackDown, honestly.
Yeah, that I will definitely agree on.
But anyway, next matchup was honestly, I think one of the better matches, in my opinion. That was Santos Escobar and Dragon Lee.
I
I
agree.
wish they had more time.
That's my only issue with it is I don't feel like they had enough time.
Oh, absolutely not.
I think if you could have, I think what they have 8 minutes,
Give or take, yeah. Because
like
if you had given them like maybe a couple more minutes, they could have.
Well, I also think what they're doing, because obviously we saw on SmackDown last night, they pulled Carlito from the match.
Yeah.
I think they're setting up something where we're getting Santos. I think eventually it's going to be Santos versus Ray, probably at WrestleMania. But I think the way we get there is you do Carlito Santos at Elimination Chamber in February.
Maybe.
And then that's where you push. That's where you, because I think realistically, you're not going to do anything with Santos at the Rumble. As far as a singles match, he's going to probably be in the Rumble more than likely.
Yeah.
And I think the next step is going to be Carlito. I think and as much as people want to sit there and say, but wasn't this a big pay-per-view? This is their first time they're going to be in Australia in 6 years.
Yeah.
So I think realistically, the problem is you do that, you want to have that moment.
So wait a minute. Does that mean it'll be on at 8:00 in the morning our time?
I think 6:00 in the morning.
Oh fuck! I ain't getting up that early.
Because you remember they're in Australia.
I know. I ain't getting up that early.
Oh, I'll be up.
Of course you will.
I don't sleep.
And then next matchup, which I hate to say this, I think it was one of the weakest matches of the night. Rhea Ripley and Zoe Stark.
I would agree on that. I think because of the placement.
Yeah.
Because you were coming off of the Dragon Lee match. And they were getting followed by the men's War Games match.
I will say, though, I love the crowd reaction in Santos and Dragon Lee when the crowd was chanting, "Fuck you, Santos."
Yes.
I loved it.
But I will say this much. I think... Okay, so let me ask you this. Would you have flipped Santos and Rhea?
Honestly, I thought that's who they were going to go with it.
Well, here's what I'm saying that. Flip those two. I'm not saying you have to flip the rest of the card. Just those two.
Yeah, no.
And I know we got some comments coming. I'll get to them in a second.
Yeah, no worries.
But I had Dragon Lee. But here's the only problem, though. Would you want to have had Dragon Lee be the semi-main event, followed by the men's War Games match?
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah, but I thought you don't want to have it be, too many, high banger type matches.
It would have worked out well. You had the women's War Games match, IC match, women's world title match, Dragon Lee and Santos, and then men's War Games.
Well, I'll say this much though. I will say this much. I think, despite the fact Santos going over, I think Dragon Lee got himself over.
Yes, he did.
And that's the biggest thing in pro wrestling. That's the biggest thing that any wrestler will tell you. Is obviously you want to go over, but if you can get over with the crowd, and here's the thing also, it wasn't like he got over with the crowd of people in Sheboygan. Chicago's one of the bigger cities when it comes to pro wrestling,
and also a lot of the fans there actually recognize him because when he was a part of Ring of Honor and New Japan, he would come down for the shows.
Yeah, so that also helped quite a bit. That also helped quite a bit. But
speaking of men's War Games, let's talk about that match for a second. Because throughout the entire night, the story has been, Randy hasn't shown up yet. Randy hasn't shown up. He hasn't shown up. My thing is he probably got stuck in catering and joined the grilled cheeses. I don't know.
I thought it was the Chicago hot dogs.
It's both. And in this case, Team Judgment Day, Andrew, got the advantage. So we started off with Finn Balor kicking things off. Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. And then we had JD McDonough, who, by the way, was very impressive in this matchup.
Yes, I would definitely agree on that.
And then we went into I believe Sammy was next.
Yes.
Sami Zayn, and then we went into this was an interesting. Oh no, I'm sorry, Jay. Jay was in there next because if you remember, he was taunting Drew outside of the cage, and Drew was about to bust the cage open. So now we get into the next entry for Team Judgment Day and Drew. As Drew's walking out of the cage, Damian holds him back and says, "No, we stick to the plan." And Drew's like, "Well, plans changed. Trust me, this will work." So Damian Priest was next, and then it was Sami Zayn, and then it was Drew, and then it was Cody, and then it was Dirty Dom getting with the biggest fucking booze out there, mind you. And then we see the countdown: 10, 9, 8, all of a sudden, and then we're like, "What the hell's going on?" We hear Rhea Ripley's music coming, and she's running out with the fucking referee and the briefcase. So we're like, "Wait, is he fucking cashing in during War Games?" after Priest gave Seth a razor's edge through a table. But as you know, Rhea was sitting there going, we're cashing. All of a sudden, I have voices in my head. Here comes fucking Randy Orton, who decided to finish his last Portillo's hot dog from catering. And walking out of the crowd. Walking out of the entranceway. Which again, I said this off camera to you, John. That entranceway for Survivor Series, the best fucking thing they've ever done.
Oh, that I agree with.
Ooh, I think they should do that for future shows. Just saying.
I would agree on that.
Especially with what happened at the main event. Now, especially what happened after the main event. So all of a sudden we see Randy Orton come out. He's first of all, he looks fucking jacked.
Yeah, that when he came out, I was like, God damn, that. But anytime we see a wrestler come back, they always look like they have been hitting the gyms 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
But someone who had double back fusion surgery.
Yeah, he looks in really good shape.
That's been gone for 18 months. Dude. Fucking-credible.
Yes.
And, he comes in, he does his, his normal, DDT, all that shit. He gave an RKO to Dominic. One of the highlights of the match, though, was that you see JD McDonough about to climb the top of the ladder to escape. But all of a sudden, Seth and Sammy reach up and follow him. And let's just say they threw him in the air. And Randy Orton gave him the biggest RKO I've ever seen. Even bigger than the one that he gave Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31.
Yes.
And then it led to Cody picking up Dominic Mysterio. Damian Priest. And going in for the Crossroads, 1, 2, 3. Here's the winner, Team Cody Rhodes. Everyone's celebrating and whatnot. They show the highlights. And then, we see the little graphic at the bottom, the copyright graphic saying, okay, thanks for coming. Good night, everybody. Good night. But then all of a sudden, as they pan out, all of a sudden you hear, we're like, what the fuck?
The crowd popped.
I'm surprised that building's still standing.
Well, here's an interesting thing from Sean Ross Sapp.
Well, in case you're not realizing what the hell we're talking about, CM Punk returns to the WWE right after the fucking main event.
Yes, but here's what Sean Ross Sapp just tweeted out.
John, I'm not done yet, dude.
No, this is about Punk.
Well, can I fucking finish?
Go right ahead.
I don't want to hear from a journalist as Sean Ross Sapp right now while I'm fucking talking.
Go right ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you. God damn, John. This podcast thing right here. It seems like you're Judgment Day and I'm just Little Drew. All right.
I'm gonna shut up on that one.
Shut up.
I would say, are you gonna start wearing a kilt when I see you now?
Oh yes, clearly I will.
Maybe a little breezy for you. Just saying.
It'll be fine. Oh no. We'll get to that comment in a bit.
Yes.
But CM Punk returned, the biggest fucking crowd reaction I have ever heard. Even bigger than his return at even bigger than his return to wrestling 2 years ago at AEW.
Yes, no, that I agree with.
And that's how they ended. And that's how Survivor Series War Games ended. So now you can read what Mr. Sean Ross Sapp has to say.
Okay, Sean Ross Sapp just tweeted out, here are the details we have as of now. CM Punk told at least one person close to him he had an hour-long conversation with Triple H last week. WWE staff, reps, creative had no idea. He walked through the back in plain sight minutes before he appeared. They had cleared an area out. Triple H took over calling the show in the last couple minutes and called for the copyright logo. Even many in production didn't even know that Punk was going to be there.
So, can we say that this was actually the best kept fucking secret in wrestling?
Yes, I would agree 100%. What did WrestleVotes? Yeah, WrestleVotes even just tweeted out. He goes, and now we know the best kept secret in company history.
Oh, absolutely.
So now my question is this.
Granted, everyone was chanting, CM Punk. We didn't think they were actually going to pull the fucking trigger.
Well, I can tell you right now, it'll be curious to see now what's going to happen come Monday with Monday Night Raw.
That's the thing. Will he be on Team Raw or Team SmackDown?
It doesn't matter. I think for his first return back in 9 years, you have him open up Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
And basically play it off to be like, look, have him. Here's how I would book it if it was me. All of a sudden have, the opening credits say, have Michael Cole turn around. It's Michael Cole, isn't it? Michael Cole, Kevin, and Barrett, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, for tonight?
No, for Raw.
Well, now that Corey Graves is back, it might be Corey Graves.
No, I thought Corey was on SmackDown.
I don't know anymore.
Okay, whoever it is. I would have them turn around and go, guys, we're coming off the heels of a very successful Survivor Series, and now we're about to hear from the man who just made his return for the first time in 9 years, CM Punk. You hit the music, have him come to the ring, and have him cut a promo and say, I know you guys didn't expect me to come back after everything that happened, yada, yada. Bring up the past a little bit, and then close the door and say, look, I'm a changed man. I'm a different man. And I'm back.
I'm going to laugh if he uses the line of saying, apparently I got tired of playing with kids. Now I actually want to come back to play with adults.
Oh, he probably will. There's
I can't wait to get that shot.
There's going to be shots taken at AEW in this
but again, I'm not going to lie. I actually am for Punk back in WWE.
Oh, it's funny.
I'm all for it. How does that sound?
At first, I said on the show, I was like, I don't want Punk back in, but honestly, after the way they pulled this one off,
I wish they pulled it off the way that I suggested, but it's okay.
Here's my next question. First of all, at least we know they won't be serving muffins at the press conference tonight.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Well, then again, maybe, because they're in Chicago.
Here's my question, and this is going to get me some controversy.
Who's this first?
Oh, no. You remember AEW just did the whole thing this past week at Full Gear, where they're like, "Oh, we're going to have a big sign-in show up."
Yeah.
In your opinion, which one was bigger?
Punk.
Punk back to WWE?
Punk.
Or Ospreay to AEW?
Punk.
Okay.
I just fucking said it 3 times. Listen to me, John.
I am.
Because you know why? With Ospreay, with Ospreay going to AEW, that was a little predictable in my opinion.
Oh yeah, that I agree with 100%.
Because they they showcased him a lot on AEW, but with Punk though, especially the fact that first of all, they had to change the seating arrangement and added more seats. And then, with Orton coming out with his reaction, and then fucking CM Punk literally just blowing the fucking roof off of the Allstate Arena, I think Punk was definitely the better signing. As John just froze on my screen. Well, okay, so like I said, I think CM Punk coming back to WWE was a better choice. Again, kind of curious as to also who his first feud will be. Either you turn him heel, or either you turn him into a bad guy and have him go against, like Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, or even Cody Rhodes. I would love to see that. Especially when it was kind of apropos that CM Punk and Cody Rhodes were in the same fucking company at one point recently, or have him go against the Judgment Day against Finn Balor, Damian Priest, hell, even do big beefy Drew McIntyre, as John is like waiting to come back in because apparently computers aren't his best friend. But what do you guys think? I'm gonna ask John's question for him. Which signing do you think was better? Will Ospreay going to AEW? Or what we just witnessed tonight, fucking CM Punk returning to WWE after 9 fucking years? So let us know in the comment section below. Let's see. I'm scrolling through some of the comments right now. Charles DeLucci says, someone tell Ryback. Yeah, I think that's the funnier thing about the whole thing too. Because apparently Ryback said if CM Punk returns to WWE, he'll retire from wrestling. But I thought Ryback retired years ago. Just saying. Speaking of someone who should have retired years ago, hey John,
asshole.
No, because I was reading some of the comments, and one of them was Mr. Charles DeLucci from Titan saying someone tell Ryback, and I completely forgot that fucking Ryback made a statement saying that if CM Punk returned to WWE, he's gonna retire from wrestling. But I thought he retired years ago.
It's funny, as I was coming back, because my computer decided to have, I think I figured it out. My computer was so happy with R-Truth returning tonight that it
that popped me. I'm like, where the fuck has he been?
But I was rewatching the clip, and I'll probably rewatch that clip 100 times. What I love with it, commentary didn't say anything.
Oh, absolutely. They told him because I don't think they knew.
No, that's what made it so good. Nobody fucking knew.
I cannot wait to see like all the live reactions from other podcasters like What Culture, Cultaholic, with their live reaction watch along. I'm once we're done with this, I'm gonna purposely find those fucking those live reactions and watch their reaction.
Yeah, it was. So now here's my question. What's next for Punk?
Well, that's what I was saying until your computer got super happy by R-Truth. Well, not only that, but not only by R-Truth, but also Tozawa's Pringle Shuffle. As John's not paying attention to me as usual.
No, I'm paying attention. My computer's just popping things up on the screen right now.
I said for Punk,
go.
You either have him face off against any member from the Judgment Day. Personally, I love this, or have him go against big beefy Drew McIntyre. Or if you really want him to turn heel, have him face off anyone on the winning team, whether it's Sammy, Seth. Oh, him and Seth. Oh, bring back Ring of Honor days. Him versus Orton. Bring back 2011 that feud, or him and Cody, because at one point they were in the same company recently. Just saying.
Here's my other question I want to bring up to you. We've seen Cody make the jump. We've seen Jade Cargill make the jump. CM Punk's made the jump.
Who's next?
Well, not only that, are we starting to see cracks in the walls of AEW?
I think so.
Where three of the, and I'm not even saying Punk was the main guy there because he wasn't. Yes, he was there for bits and time, but also then Punk left. Cody Rhodes left. Jade left. There's rumblings that some guy who's a vanilla midget version of The Rock may be out the door.
Ricky Starks?
Yeah, I've heard that name a few times.
Honestly, I think they might, because the problem with AEW is that their locker room is way oversaturated.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree on that. But that's going to be. I think we're now that Survivor Series is behind us. I think now it's where it's going to get real interesting because of the fact that you got a couple of weeks till we got 9 weeks till we get to the Rumble, and then folks, once we get to the Rumble, we're on the road to Mania
in Philly.
And everybody kept saying one of their dream matches for Mania is Rollins Punk for the title. I don't think 3 weeks ago anybody was sitting here saying, "Oh, that's going to be possible."
Maybe.
But I can tell you one thing. Tonight was a clear indication that Vince McMahon has no power in WWE anymore.
God.
Tonight was the clearest example.
Because I don't think Vince wanted Punk back.
Nope. Here's my other thing. I'm just gonna say, however, going down the road, can the official theme for Survivor Series War Games be War Pigs by Black Sabbath? Please.
Oh, absolutely.
It fits perfect. It fits absolutely perfectly. But overall, grade on this pay-per-view.
I give it a B.
Okay, can you give me 2 reasons why you give it a B?
The War Games matches. That's it.
I give it an A-.
Well, actually, more like a B+.
Okay, so you give it a B+. I give it an A. Originally, before the ending, mine was gonna be a B-.
Until the ending.
Until the ending. The ending to me is what made it an A-. And I'll go as far as saying Punk's return to me made it an A-. And one other thing, just want to make a quick mention of, just because we are on air right now and it is wrestling related. For some reason, AEW decided to run Rampage and Collision tonight. And I don't know if you caught this at all. But
nope.
So I won't say it then. I don't want to. I'll put it this way: there was a challenge put out for Christian's title.
Oh God.
Yep. But again, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this little mini episode of the Around the Ropes podcast. Ryan, where can the fans find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook at Ryan Peterson. You can find me at Instagram at WrestlingMC. December 9th, I'm back on the mic with Victory Pro Wrestling. December 14th, Cap TV in Melville on the Thursday night. And then December 29th, I am back at WrestlePro in Union, New Jersey for their final event of 2023, as well as my final event of 2023. So definitely check me out there. And also in 2024, you know what? I'm going to save that announcement for next week.
Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at John_Blaine. Look for me on Facebook just search for This Big Head. You can't miss it. Do want to make one mention of what we have coming up this coming Tuesday. Dun, 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 dun.
Ah!
We've been talking about it for the longest time. But this Tuesday, I get put in the hot seat.
Oh, yes.
as this ring announcer right there was in charge of getting people to hop on and roast me. So I won't know who's roasting me till Tuesday night. As far as where you can see me as a fan, December 9th, I'll be down at Titan as they present Aftermath, the final fight of 2023, in which part of it will be a celebration of this podcast. Also, guys, if you're interested in our coffee, definitely buy a bag. Hit us up on any social media accounts. We'll definitely get you hooked up. $10 a bag. And folks, here's a little bit of a breaking news story. There'll be more of these coming in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yes.
The order was placed in. But again, guys, appreciate everybody who watches tonight. You can catch myself and Ryan and various other special people this coming Tuesday on our regular Around the Ropes podcast episode, in which we will be celebrating the 2-year anniversary of this podcast, and my fat ass will get roasted. But until then, guys, hope you guys have a safe Saturday night, and we'll catch you guys this coming Tuesday, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on the new ATR Network.